YouTube, what's going on? My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and I'm going to tell you what to expect from HTC on March 1st when the M9 is announced. Now, a couple things we can assume that it's still going to have is the boom sound speakers. That really is one of HTC's selling points, so I don't see them deviating from that, especially that's very popular. And also the screen size. I don't see it getting much bigger. This screen size and aspect ratio was a fan favorite. It's actually one of my favorite because you still have a large screen and also you can still access the phone completely with one hand. But there is a leaked image out there. Now, I don't believe in looking at renders because it doesn't account for space. It doesn't account for internals or anything like that. But when I see a leak, I think it's more credible. I do believe leaks are like the #1 way to see something first. And I think most leaks are true, especially when it comes to an image of a device. So looking at the HTC M9 from the leak, it looks like it still has the brushed aluminum all the way around, which is a good sign. It still has that slightly curved back. And also on the back, we do notice something different, the camera. It looks like it's using either a larger lens or a wider lens, and I'll touch on that a little bit. Now, as far as internals, we're going to find the Snapdragon 810 processor, which is 64-bit. Now, that's important to note because that means the RAM is going to be 4 gigabytes to match it up. If you go 3 gigabytes, you're not really going to get 64-bit processing with the RAM as well, because to get 64-bit processing, you actually need multiples of 2 when it comes to RAM to actually achieve that goal completely. So we're going to see the 4 gigabytes of RAM. Out of the box, you can expect it to run Android L and also a refresh of Sense for Android L. And I'm excited about that because Sense is probably one of my favorites as far as skins on top of Android. Now let's get to the camera. Now, we already know that HTC's camera software isn't the best. Now, as far as the features and Zoe, it's kind of cool, but the image processing is the issue that the HTC camera has. The reason I know this is because HTC has been testing out other type of cameras. If you take a look at their Desire I, their HTC E8, and also their HTC Butterfly 2, they all have 13 megapixel cameras on the back, and the images look pretty much the same. Now, it's just the image processing is the issue. So I really don't see HTC fixing that issue just yet, but you will have a higher megapixel camera on the back. Now on the front, I really do think HTC is going to try something different and actually go with a larger sensor on the front, maybe a 5 megapixel or even a 6 megapixel on the front, just because the whole selfie rage is the biggest thing now. Everyone wants to take a picture of themselves. The HTC I actually took a rear camera and put on the front of their device and called it the HTC I, which so you can get a high megapixel shot of yourself when you're taking a selfie with it. So I don't see them going out of the ballpark with the 13 megapixel camera on the front, but I do see them going with a higher megapixel for the front-facing camera. Now, if we take a look at the back once again, we can see that the camera looks different. It's kind of a larger square. Now, why is that? I think HTC is actually going for a larger lens. Larger lens allows more light to come in, which should increase the colors and should increase the image sensitivity to brightness as well. So hopefully this will equate to better pictures. Now, as far as everything else, you should expect to have a dual tone flash, which is, a pretty good flash that it uses. I don't see the device looking too different just because it was such a good looking device. So please, on March 1st, don't expect the world to change, but expect a nice refresh for the HTC M8 and expect it to jump up to 64-bit processing and a better camera as well. As always, guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and this is just my predictions. I'm speaking for myself and no other type of authority. Anyways, guys, make sure you like my video, subscribe to my channel for more great videos and giveaways. Take care, guys.